Greetings, this is Jen Hagna, and I'm happy to present to you the Byron Public Schools Technology Plan 2012 through 15. I want to thank you, first of all, the District Tech Committee for providing me feedback as well as reviewing this plan. Goal number 1. All students will have engaging and empowered learning experiences in school that prepare them to be active, creative, knowledgeable, and ethical participants in our global society. Some of the actionable items underneath this goal is helping educators develop and create 24/7 learning objects. Might be lecture videos, presentations, so on and so forth. We want to increase the collaborative projects, and collaboration might be student-to-student collaboration within the classroom, within the school, or outside of the school and within our region, our city, our state, the world. And using tools like Skype or Google Plus or Google Apps for Education to help students work as a team and create new content. We want students to start developing and creating products that are for an audience outside of the classroom or beyond the classroom. Some ideas might be students creating a video and publishing it on YouTube. We already have students doing these kinds of things, and what we recognize right away is the quality of work increases dramatically when students realize that their work is out there for others to look at and provide feedback. Another area, we want to create a digital citizen unit based on ethical use, internet safety, but also showcasing that students know how to disseminate information in the information age when they have so much coming at them. They need to be knowledgeable of the content of the tools. We want to increase Google Apps for Education. We've had significant gains and significant changes in our classrooms and using this new tool. And by far, it is one of the most innovative tools that we have embedded in our school to date. We want to increase inquiry and problem-based learning and make learning more authentic and real world by using technology tools, and hopefully the technology tools they have in their pockets. And finally, we want all learners to have these opportunities. So we're going to develop an assistive technology plan to bridge the gap with students that have disabilities. Goal number 2. Schools and educators will create a 21st century learning environment which uses technology to measure student outcomes and provide immediate and meaningful feedback for continuous improvement. Some of the things that we're looking at here is what tools are there that we can use in the area of formative assessment. There might be clickers or polling technologies. Is there a way to use these polling technologies on the devices that our students are bringing into the classroom? We want to make sure that when we measure their learning as it happens and can give them feedback to improve or to allow them to move on to something else. Other formative assessments may include games or simulations. And we need to ensure that our assessments include critical thinking, and it's not just memorization, that students are thinking about and moving up the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid when creating artifacts or when we're assessing them. Goal number 3. Administrators and educators will be supported with technology that connects them to data, content, resources, expertise, and learning experiences that enable and inspire more effective teaching for all learners. We want our staff to continue using data and making data-driven decisions in the area of teaching and learning. Some of that might come from continued support with our district data warehouse. We want to expand district learning opportunities to increase our online learning staff as well as online learning opportunities. And finally, we want our staff to develop personal learning networks or PLNs. And this way they connect to people using the tools, today's tools like Facebook, social media, Classroom 2.0 NINGS. You connect with other experts and other people just like you to give you new ideas and inspire you to a more effective teaching style. Goal number 4. Students and educators will have access to a comprehensive 21st century technology infrastructure and support system. I am pleased to announce that many of the infrastructure systems and improvements have already started. For instance, we implemented a help desk this past winter, and it's been monumental in us knowing what's going on in other buildings, being able to provide support, having a centralized ticket management system, having conversations between our techs, and so on and so forth. This summer, we're going to go through some pretty significant upgrades. We're going to add access points to our buildings. We're also going to do some upgrades, and we're going to move from the G client to the G access point to the N access points, which will provide more bandwidth for our end users. We're doing a district WAN upgrade. Currently, our buildings are connected via fiber, and that's district-owned fiber, and we're connected via 1 gigabit, and we're going to move that or upgrade that to 10 gigabits this summer. We currently have about 30 to 40 megabits of internet bandwidth. We will be upgrading that to 100 meg this summer. We will also look at digital phone lines and incorporating PRI connections and saving dollars, but also adding capacity. We need to continue to support mobile, hybrid, online learning, and face-to-face learning, and finding the tools and resources to do so. And finally, we need to consider a knowledge management system. So as new people gain new knowledge or leave and new people come in, we can catch those new staff members up to date, as well as any other staff member that's in our system. Goal number 5. The district, schools, and educators will improve communication between students, teachers, administrators, parents, and the community through the effective use of today's technology. Not only are we planning on improving communication through district systems like Infinite Campus, School Messenger, so on and so forth, but we also need to consider today's tools, and we need to think mobile. Some of the ideas are social media like Facebook. We need to continue to think about meeting our stakeholders where they are. How can we give them information? How can we get information from them? How do we two-way communication is something that we need to improve within the district, and this goal will help us achieve that. I'm happy to announce that we offer many opportunities for professional growth in the area of technology within the district. All of our trainings do deal with district goals, building goals, technology goals, and are aligned to the district aims. The Professional Growth Academy is our summer academy. I'm happy to announce that my PGA budget has been restored to what it was in 2008 and 2009. So look for some significant improvements there. We will also have more online opportunities for staff. Summer is busy for a lot of people, so we want to increase the number of participants that attend PGA, and we need to figure out ways to do that. The amended day has been great for our staff. There's opportunities for guest speakers, as well as having conversations about how we use technology in our areas, as well as trainings on how to do different things. We continue to have just-in-time training. Those are just days where the techs meet and have a theme, and staff can drop by, see what we're doing. Recently, I've opened up my Wednesdays for anybody to request time with me so I can meet with them on an individual basis to help them integrate technology in their classrooms. The Innovation Fair is coming in March, and there are a wealth of technology aligned opportunities to see, and not just in the classroom, but in all areas of employee subgroups. And then finally, really looking at how we can use some of the tools that are available to screencast. For instance, this presentation could have been held at a meeting, but instead I am going to deliver it to you via screencast so you can watch and view it when you have the time appropriate. One of the changes in one of our policies throughout this technology planning is that we now are required through our Internet Acceptable Use policy to educate and train our students on Internet safety. And so we are looking at developing plans and ensuring that every student at Byron Public Schools is educated in this area. So how will we assess this technology plan? First of all, the District Tech Committee will review this on a yearly basis, but we will also have measurements to help us understand if it's successful or not. Some of them might be, for instance, we have the Minnesota Department of Education's Instructional Practices Survey, where they measure what's happening in our classrooms via buildings, and we can also branch that out into comparing on how our district is with other districts. We have a technology needs document that is a yearly document, so staff have the opportunity to provide what they think we need in our technology planning. We will also use our Baldridge feedback report. We've used it in 2005. We'll use it in 2011. And we'll continue to do that as we get feedback from that. We use multiple measures within our Bears Professional Growth Academy. We measure attendance. We measure the quality of the workshop. We measure how many lesson plans have been created, how many personal learning plans have been developed. We've done all sorts of those things. And finally, we'll use the help desk to determine, do we need hardware? Do we need software? Do we need training to eliminate tickets? Another component of the plan is our budget. And the budget appears to me to be pretty steady. I do believe we'll be receiving some pretty significant tech savings this year in our internet access as well as our phone lines. We're going to look at some PRI circuits and look at digital lines versus analog lines. One PRI circuit can handle 23 simultaneous calls versus an analog line. So we'll be looking at that, and there's significant savings with that. And will continue to be. You'll be able to buy more bandwidth at a cheaper cost. On page 17 of the plan is our proposed budget. There may be a few more tweaks. It's pretty close to what it is. It won't be any significant. But it does help that the district has developed a 3-year replacement plan to help with the financial stability of the district. And the thing I want to highlight here is there are ways that we can improve learning while saving dollars. And there's a lot of opportunities with whether it's bringing student personal learning devices in the district or using the tools that are already available to us for free. There are ways to improve learning. I want to end this presentation with this final slide. And I really feel that this technology plan will support our innovative culture. We need to ask ourselves, what's possible with the technology that we have? We have personal learning devices, online options, Google Apps for education, mobile devices, so many things that are available, and recognizing what those are and what's desirable for our users. Our users meaning our staff, our parents, our students. Meeting our stakeholders where they are is important and in the future for delivery of education. And then what's viable in the marketplace? What's out there? What do we have access to? What's most doable? What's coming down the pipe? And always keeping and recognizing those opportunities. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to spend with me and learning about our technology plan. And please feel free to email me with any feedback. Thank you very much.